Well, it's October 4th already, and this marks the second weekend of the 2025 Ohio deer season. I'm hunting very conservative this morning, but I do have some intel on bucks using this corner of a cornfield between 8 and 9 in the morning. I got a nice 10 in here and a decent 9 I'd like to look at. And I know there's odds I could bump them going in there, I know that. But I think it's worth the risk just because they are daylighting later in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and sneak in there and we'll see what shows up this morning. All right, well, I just got back to the truck here. What a great morning. I seen 3 bucks, a couple does. But when they're in that corn, man, they're hard to see. And wouldn't you know it, 9 o'clock, my shooter Marvin goes walking by at 20 yards in the corn. I couldn't film him because I couldn't hardly see him with my naked eye. The corn's so tall, but I did get the binoculars on him a couple times, and that I knew it was him. He walked up on past me to the north, so I know he's bedding in there. So I'm going to leave him alone tonight. I'm not going to go back in there. The wind just isn't good for it. I'll hunt the west side of the farm, and then I'm going to make a game plan for the morning. I think I'm going to move about 150 yards west tomorrow morning and try to catch him coming into the corn instead of him already being in the corn by the time he gets to me. So that's the game plan. We'll be back at it tonight. All right, well, back out to the farm this afternoon, October 4th. This morning I seen one of my target bucks on the east end of the farm, but the wind's not right to go after him, so I'm down on the bottom west side, and this is a picked bean field already, but I have a food plot. I'm going to sit about 100 yards, 150 yards from the food plot and just kind of watch and get myself in a shade where it's a little bit cooler. I'm going to slip in there nice and quiet, and hopefully this evening will cool down a little bit and we'll have some luck. Alright, well, I made it in here safe and sound. I didn't hear any deer blow or take off running. And behind the camera is a really nice bedding area. We have about 8 acres of timber right here butted up to a neighbor. And a couple of my shooters have been daylighting in this side of this timber. On the other side of it, I have a cell camera in there. A couple nights ago, I have a food plot right over here, about 160 yards away. I had one of them in there in daylight. It's a crapshoot. It's just a good place to sit. I got a south wind blowing right out in the middle of this cut bean field, and I'm in the shade all afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and settle down and see if anything will show up tonight. All right, well, welcome back. It's October 5th, and I'm going to go back into the spot I set yesterday morning, and I seen Marvin in the corn. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a stand about 150 yards or so west of where I seen Marvin and try to catch him before he gets into the corn. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. I did have him on camera last night. He daylighted coming out of that spot that I seen him yesterday, so he's using the area pretty heavily. So I'm going to sneak in there, and that's why I'm doing this interview now, so I don't have to do anything once I get out there. But we'll just see if he'll show up and give me a good look at him today. welcome back. Today's October 8th already, and we got the first good little cold front here. It was 80 on Monday and now it's 62 today. Today's Wednesday. We had rain all day yesterday, and I'm gonna go tonight just because I think the cooler temps will help get the deer moving. I'm not saying it's gonna get the deer moving, but I think there's a better chance that they might move. And I have a north wind, so I can go hunt one of my food plots. I should be able to get in there pretty easy undetected. So I'm actually pretty dang excited. So we'll talk to you when we get in there and get all set up. All right, well, it's about 4 o'clock and I got in really clean. As far as I know, I didn't bump any deer. I slipped through a piece of timber to get to this. You can see my little food plot right there. Sometimes I'll walk across this field, but it makes me a little more nervous because there's a bunch of timber up there that's all south-facing sloped, and I'm afraid the deer could see me walking in there. And with this wind I have right now, it's going straight behind me to a field that never got planted this year, and they dissed it in this week. So there's a chance deer could come behind me, of course, but a lot less likely. I think they're going to come from over here, out of this piece of timber, or to the left of the camera. There's a 8-acre piece of timber we have over here where they like to bed. And it's a crapshoot, but we got a nice, perfect, cool evening, so I'm going to finish setting up and hopefully we can get some good footage tonight. So I figured I'd let you know I do have 2 potential shooters on this side of the farm. They're both 9 points. One's just a typical 9 who's real tall, sits real high up off his head, and has probably 10+ inch G2s. And he was actually in here on October 2nd, I think it was, in daylight in the evening. He come up out of this timber. And then the other is a mainframe 8 with a big sticker coming off his main beam in between his G1 and G2. So that's one of the big reasons I came down here. I'm hoping to see one of those bucks, and it's just getting time to have a better understanding of what caliber bucks these guys really are and if I want to harvest them. So I'll settle back down and we'll try to enjoy the rest of the evening.